Okay. I'm contemplating putting the 70 million, 50 million minted pennies in a separate jar. I haven't even put the. A second. Where are all the capsules at? We might have basically essentially just filled this jar up. There's 4 or 5 capsules here. Okay. Holy shit. It's almost full. I probably got about 150 to 200 Wheaties left I can cram into this jar. Then we're going to have to transition over to one of those jars down there. But we're ready. It's good. I told you we'd fill the jar probably by June. I was wrong, but we're pretty damn close. I mean, ever since, May, 20th? It's been almost 2 months into our daily penny searches, and we've almost filled the jar up about 75% equivalent. So we could probably fill a jar like that every single quarter year. Okay, guys, so last night was my best box. Or my second best box. Apologies. We need to start looking for these collection boxes where people just dump their collection and, don't really care. I mean, I got 2 boxes like that, and they were from literally 2 different states. Not way too far from each other, but 100 plus miles as the bird flies away from each other. That means that we could be seeing collectors dumping their Wheatie collection. So, with that being said, we need to exploit this opportunity in time and get as many as we can. Search as many boxes as we can. And keep going. So, this box, finally, it's been 4 days since we searched a box from my good old Illinois. This box came from Rockford, and so will the other, the next 2 boxes. Please appreciate this video, because getting this box and the next 2 boxes, I almost got into a wreck twice within 2 hours. Ooh, nice. I'm not kidding you, chat. Last box, we found, how many? We found, 3 1938 Denvers, 3 1935 Denvers, a 1930S, a 1937 Denver, a 1935 Denver, and, yeah, multiple rare wheat pennies yesterday. We found 9 wheat pennies under the 50 million mark, or should I say 50 million and below. That's a Wheatie right there. There's another one. We're looking good. We got 2 enders so far. Yeah, yesterday we, of course, interdicted a collection dump. 83 wheat pennies were found yesterday. So, a very, very good day. Huh? I just don't. Also found a penny that seems like it was a struck on 2 planchet stack. Huh. I don't know what you mean, but it does sound pretty cool. Enders on this side. So again, I'll repeat. I found 9 wheat pennies yesterday on the 50 million mint mark or below. There's a 2009 ender. Not bad. I don't care what anybody says. I will switch in a heartbeat. I always like to search the wheat enders first. Like I said, I may not have gotten a lot of presents for my birthday, but that box 169, yes, I'm not even kidding you. It was 169. The funny number. That was one of the best boxes ever done. It is currently the best box of this month so far. So yeah, let's start unwrapping these pennies. Give me a second. I'm gonna get myself a video to listen to. My headset looks like it's older. It could be 50s. So yeah, yesterday we had Omega Luck. I shit you not. So that's that penny. That's 49. Yeah, every other roll had like 1 or 3 wheat pennies inside of it last night. You know when you find more wheat pennies than rolls, you're doing pretty good. And they were all from the 1930s for some reason. Okay, 49 Philly. Wheat penny number 1. Alright, that other wheat penny under. Here it comes. $46 Denver. $56 Denver, wheat penny number 2. Yeah. I feel like the quality control on zinc pennies is kind of ass. So yeah, these were the last 4 boxes were from Illinois, or no, Indiana. Now we're going back to Illinois. Box 173, however, will be from Kentucky. Thank you to my mom who grabbed one of those boxes from Kentucky. 1 and 2, but whatever. I'll make do with 1 box. Yeah, I'll definitely tell you that the zincs do not last as long as the coppers. There's Canadian penny. There, 51. 51 Denver. $51 Denver, wheat penny number 3. Not bad. Here's a Woody. I filled my copper container to the brim. It's about 3 pounds. Nice. I'm about halfway up. I'm at half. My container's half full, but it's a 5-gallon. 17 Philly. I'll definitely think about avoiding Rockford for banks. They only mustn't prefer businesses, and Rockford drivers drive like shit. I'm sorry, no offense to people that drive like good in Rockford, but I'm really sorry. People in Rockford drive like idiots. 1 out of 6 people in Rockford, and I'm not hating everybody in Rockford. It's not that deep. I'm just saying, people in Rockford do not know how to drive. It's Esmond. Oh no, that's not Esmond, that's T. Literally, 16% of Rockford has traffic violations. I'm not joking. 16% of Rockford drivers have a driving issue on their record. Or a traffic violation. Which I will admit, they could range from like simple like crossing in a red light or speeding. Seventeen Philly. Aw, 59. Oh, 9. Seventeen Philly. Oh, 9. $44 Denver. Any more? $44 Denver. To be penny number 4. Wow, how heavy is it when it's full? Sorry for the immense delay. A copper, 250 pounds of copper. Oh, no, $250 can go in each barrel or bucket. And they weigh, I think, 120 pounds. Just take 3.1 times 2003. Let's see. Take that and that's how many kilograms it is. 77.75 kilos. So if you want to plug that into pounds, That's how much it weighs. 77, almost 78 kilograms. At least 100 pounds. It is so heavy, it cannot be lifted. It has to be pushed. At least not lifted by human hand. Philly. Philly. Found another wheat cent. It was 1939. Oh. 52 million actually. I know. I don't know off the top of my head, but I know it right there because you know I found 3 of those yesterday. Alright. 10 rolls in. We should have 2 wheat pennies. We got 4. We're doing okay so far. Let's hopefully end off like good like that. That's a good find. It's not under the 50 million mint mark, but 52 is still a good number to work with. Way under that average. Of like, what, 300 million per year, I think? 17 Philly. Woody. Oh, 9. Hello, viewer, or other viewer. Forty, 44 Philly. Another Weedy. Another 44 Philly. Two 44 Phillies. That would be wheat penny number 6 and number 5 and 6. Something Philly. Oh, 9. Oh, there's a Canadian penny. Hold on. I'm gonna... Yes. Yes, I did. I heard the last planchets will arrive in 26. I want them to go full 2026. If they have to end the penny, I want them to end it on the semi-quincentennial and make a good amount of them. That's all I ask. Hey, in my defense, I don't care how many people hate me about what I'm about to say. If we can afford about, I don't know, 12 bunker buster bombs being sent overseas, I think we can support at least $1 billion or 3 pennies being struck. Just my opinion. Be right back. I'm gonna go move my car. My biggest fear is that what's going to end up happening is that... Doors closed. It's that loud. Is that the amount of people are going to snatch up those semi-quincentennial pennies after they get struck. I swear, I want at least 3 billion, or maybe 3 to 5 billion. Yeah, it's a lot, but you know what? Actually, like, I'd say 1 billion or 2 billion is good. 1 billion plus from each mint. Because that right there is enough for every American. And every American doesn't necessarily want one. 09. Here's the Canadian penny. Oh, hold on. How many pennies were struck by Philadelphia in 2017?
Here's what I found.
$1.8 billion. There's Canadian, of course. There's an 09. 1 billion's not bad. That was not that long ago, and I'm still getting a lot of 17 Phillies. That's a good gauge. So at least 1 billion wouldn't be bad. I'm not counting on them to be more valuable. They're going to be a vice, just like drummer boy quarters. They're not that valuable, but they're just a fun thing to kind of stack. Hopefully it'll boast a pretty. However, here's the thing. Here is the thing. Is that possibly after the presidency we live in right now, we could. Wait, before I continue. Okay, 20 rolls in, we should have 4 wheat pennies. We got 6. Technically, the penny may not be 100% dead yet, because to stop the penny, you have to have the Constitution approve it. There's a wheat penny. 56 Denver. Wheat penny number 7. You have to have the Constitution approve it. I don't think they did. There's another 9. So maybe that is our leverage. Now still, I want them to make less pennies than they do, because they're just flooding out all the wheat pennies. 25. These 25s are definitely starting to circulate in the Illinois as of June of 25, early July. You know what they should do? They should make a donation line where the U.S. citizens can donate money, and then they strike pennies with that money. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if the Americans want to pay for it consensually and not with taxpayer money, do it. That's a good idea. Or make less, but make them out of steel. I mean, the penny could come back. There's been pennies, there's been coins in American history that have stopped production, but then have re-begun production later on. I mean, the $2 bill was canceled back in the 1950s, but they began making more in the 1970s. So it may not be the end. We could see a hiatus, but we could see pennies be struck again. Hold on. apologies. I'm gonna get my cake here in a couple minutes. Ooh, it looks like an old wheat penny. That's rare. One. Shoot. I'm trying to identify it, but I can't. It's 1910s, and it's from Denver. Hmm. 14? Yeah, 1911 Denver? You could see a 1. I'm gonna call it 1911 with a soft strike. What the hell? Looks like some possible doubling here. Look at the wheat ears. They're fused with the entire rim. What is going on this thing? That is so weird. I call that 11 Denver with a error on the last one. That penny is 17 Philly. Either it's very worn down or it's probably like a really weird strike. Yeah, I don't know what it is. So if anybody wants to give me like some possible crumbs, like a trail of crumbs so I can find the big loaf of bread. By that I mean like maybe like say, oh, it could be this, so I can start looking in. It'd be very greatly appreciated. 17 Philly. Looks like an 1911D rim motto error. But of course, it's not just a motto that's affected. Yeah, the wheat ears are like practically fused with the rim. I have seen like weed strikes. I've seen laminations. Maybe a little bit of doubling on some pennies. But I've never... I actually don't know if I even have ever seen doubling. But I've never seen something like that. I don't think it's going to be extremely valuable. But nonetheless, it's so cool to see a coin like that. And digging through the mystery of how or what the hell is happening. Yeah, it could be a 20. But yeah, with the wheat pennies being fused, it looks like it must have gone through maybe some doubling. I mean, I'm definitely going to be wrong, but my guess is better than nothing. It most likely, in my opinion, is definitely like some sort of doubling. Or maybe even a weak strike. Maybe even a grease error where some grease got caught between the die and the flat tip. For Philly. Yeah, Smith. Okay. 44 Philly. That'd be wheat penny number 9. Oh, I'm sorry, but hello, Caleb. Hello, Caleb. Didn't mean to keep you hanging. That's what I love about penny boxes. You never know what the heck you're going to find inside. You could literally find anything. Alright. We are 30 rolls in. We should have 6 wheat pennies. We got 9. So we're doing pretty good. 11 Denver. Oh, there's another 44. We're getting a lot of 44 Phillies. Don't care, they're wheat pennies, and that's my wheat penny. Huh. That's... What the shit? Wheat Penny is very smooth on its reverse. That is number 10. I don't know if I have an 11 Denver. I think I do. Well, I don't have a... Oh, man. 11 Denver. That is the second rarest Wheat Penny I currently own. Wow. Second place, only 2 million units away or pieces away from my 32 Denver. If anybody has ever wondered what the rarest Wheatie I have currently on hand, it was a found Wheat Penny, so I didn't buy it. It's a 32 Denver, and I remember it came from my Christmas search for Christmas 2024. I'm searching so many boxes, I actually may have to cancel super searches. Honestly, super searches were literally just 5 days where I'd search like a box or two each. And honestly, I'm doing an equivalent of a super search every week. So it doesn't really matter if I were to cancel super searches. I'm gonna be back, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna end stream because I have to. I'm gonna go do a mini birthday party. Anyway, I'll be back. If I'm not back in like half an hour, I'll be back tonight and finish the box. And yeah, I will be back, people. Catch me later.